What's up guys? Welcome to today's video. So just making my pre-workout Biscoff oats here. Today we've got something a little bit different for you. This is not my usual style of content or value I like to put out, but I thought, you know what? Recently I've been getting hit up by a lot of coaches, personal trainers new to the industry. Basically I'm going to give you 4 or 5 tips today that if you are a personal trainer starting out, I promise you these will help. These are actually good tips, not like build a following type thing. These will work straight away if you're willing to put in the work and put in the action. So let's get into it. Oh, the worst. God damn it, that's it. Video is over. Alright guys, so we're basically I'm gonna sit down, smash this. Me and Jaden are gonna watch the latest edit that he just whipped up, so not this one you're watching now. Hopefully you've already gone and watched that one. If you haven't, go watch it, like it. So after I smash this, I'm gonna give you the first tip, which is the most important tip for new PTs. My tip number 1 for any PTs starting out is train everyone and anyone for free. Now this one always kind of gets, I get some weird looks when I teach this one first, because people say, well, you know, I just paid for my course, I did this, I did that. Like, I wanna get straight into making money. But you have to realize, in the nicest way possible, guys, you don't know shit, okay? In the nicest way possible. When I first started, I did my course. I even did some other mentoring alongside that because I wanted to gain more knowledge faster. Now, the perks of this, you're gonna gain tons of real experience and knowledge. So like I said, you know, they're actually doing you a favor by letting you train them. You know, you're gonna train older, younger, male, female, sports performance, fat loss, muscle building, etc. You're gonna gain tons of knowledge. The second perk of this is you're gonna look super busy. Now for a new PT into a new gym, this is key. I would train anyone and everyone for free, and I would basically offer people, as soon as they come in, I would chat to them and I would say, hey, do you wanna do a complimentary session? See if I can help you out, and let's see if we kind of, you know, vibe together and whatnot. And it always works a treat. You look super busy, which means people think you know your shit. Another reason why looking busy is super great, because people are gonna think you're very, very experienced already. The third perk of this is it is the easiest way to convert clients into paying clients. So with face-to-face PT, it's basically you showing them, this is my knowledge, this is how I can help you, and then they basically feel it and see it firsthand. Holy shit, this guy knows his stuff. I want to pay him to teach me a lot more, get me better results. Okay guys, so we're gonna head to the gym now. I've got to meet Liam for our mentoring session, and then I'm gonna hit you with tip number 2. Alright guys, so we got Liam here. I'm gonna put him on the spot, I'm gonna throw him on the spot. Oh guys, now we're on. Now the video starts. We can get into the topics properly. Liam's doing really well, and I'm not just saying that. What's one thing that I gave you advice on that helped basically straight away within the first few weeks?
There's lots of tips that Alex has given me. Obviously, as he mentioned, we've been doing these sessions. We've done a handful already in the past, but probably the hands down the best thing Alex has taught me to do, and something I've implemented into my business, would be around my social media, but overall just knowing my shit. So a large part of what I've done, and you know, a large part of what I owe my results to, is that I've invested in my education. And then furthermore, the most valuable point he gave me was on my social media, for example, make sure I'm doing posts where I'm showing people I know my shit constantly, just over and over again, and then chucking a few results there as well, because at the end of the day, results are going to get sales. But yeah, more so just investing in my knowledge, making sure I'm one of the trainers here that I guess know the most about what I do, show that to people who are following me, who aren't my clients, and then basically keep referring to that.
Guys, I swear on my life, I did not tell him to say that. But that was actually tip number 4. I actually got that one written down, and I'm glad he said that, because let's jump straight to that. Invest in yourself. Because if you're not willing to invest in yourself, for starters, you're never gonna know much at all. And if you're not gonna invest in yourself, why would someone invest in you? For example, you wanna charge 60 bucks per session. I'm guessing you're gonna want the client to do at least 2 a week. That's 120 bucks per week you want this client to pay you. And that's 1,200, just over 1,200 bucks for that 12 weeks. My first mentor was 150 bucks a session. I paid him 1,500 bucks up front. And people will say to me, damn, like that's a lot of money. Like, you know, like, are you sure that's the right idea? Because if I'm not gonna invest 1,500 into my knowledge, like why would someone invest 1,500 into me helping them? And especially like what Liam was saying there, investing in yourself, like get yourself a coach, get yourself a business coach, a mentor, whatever it is, learn more about training, about nutrition, take nutrition courses, because that money will pay you back 10 times over. So me and Liam are gonna smash out this session, and then I'll come back to you with tip number 2, what I was gonna talk about before that. A lot of people aren't going to like this one, but it is key, and that is learning a sales pitch / script. Now, I know as soon as I say that, a lot of people think like, I'm a PT, I got into coaching to train people, and of course you're right, but you're also a salesman because you're selling yourself, you're selling your service. You have to be able to sell to this new member of the gym or this client that I can help you lose your body fat, build muscle, whatever their goal is, I can help you do that. So the key reasons, it makes you look and sound professional. You know exactly what you're going to say, how much you charge, and it makes you look like you have a lot of confidence, and it just flows very well. If your sales pitch or script is pretty down packed, obviously it's going to change depending on the person, their goal a little bit, but you have to have some sort of baseline that you're going to say to them at the end of the session that kind of gets them to give you the answer that you're looking for. Alright guys, you know what, I'm going to give you the last tip now, because you probably don't want to watch me train these skinny little pins anyway. So if you came for the PT tips, here is my last one for today's video, and that is be at the gym all the time. I know this sounds like a given, but when I was still training people at the gym and there was new trainers coming in all the time, I'd be so shocked by the limited time they spent at the gym. Even if you stand behind the counter, make friends with the receptionist. That's a side tip, by the way, pro tip. Make friends with the receptionist, because when they get leads, and if you're like the first person in their mind, they're like, oh, Alex is so nice all the time, he brings me a coffee, extra tip. And when someone walks in like, hey, I'm looking for a PT, they're like, oh yeah, I know, I'll just go grab Alex for you. It's gonna make you look super keen. It's gonna make you look busy, because you know, you've got those people that go to the gym all the time, and they go, Alex is always here, man. Every time I go, Alex is here. He must be busy, he must have a lot of clients, and he must be really invested, and he must be really keen to help people. So you basically want to be the face of whatever gym you're working at. This is so key for not only like word of mouth, people are going to see every time someone has a problem or they want some help, they even just want a spot, they're going to go straight to you. And that's how you build a solid client base, because if you are the go-to trainer at the gym, whenever someone wants PT session, whenever they want to build client base, they're going to come to you. So that is my 4 main tips for today, guys. We're going to hit legs. Stick around, it's going to be a good one, and I will see you at the end of the video.
Into the heat of the night, yeah, alright, do it again.